Hi, Sag. Let's take a look at your love and life message for the end of August and moving into September. It's good for any placement of Sag in your natal chart. As always, keep in mind it's a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone that watches. There could be some role reversal happening as well. Keep that in mind. Things could be opposite, roles could be reversed. If you're new, welcome to Moon Body Libra, but please don't let the name fool you. I read exclusively for Libra and Sagittarius on this channel. Libra and Sagittarius are like radio stations that my brain and my body are always tuned into. Like the messages never turn off for those two signs. So I gave you your own channel. But if you want to watch my readings for other zodiac signs, you can subscribe to my main channel called Moon Body Tarot. I read for you over there as well. And the link to my website for private readings and to check out my other services is down below. All right, let's get into it. Sagittarius. It's like, it's 4:45 in the morning where I am. I'm in my jammies. I love reading for you at this time of day. The messages just flew out. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy to be starting my weekend and starting my day with Sagittarius. The messages that came through were like really loving and beautiful and supportive. I'm just loving it. I'm like, well, I got to read for Sag every morning at the crack of dawn. Like, this is wonderful. I wanted to tell you guys that. I'm like in my jammies right now. And it was just nice to like connect to your sign first thing in the morning. It was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be your messenger. The angels wanted to speak to you today. I get very excited when my guides tell me that the angels are present and they want to speak to you through the cards. I thought that was special. The messages that came from the angels, which are beings that are working very, very close to source. They're not like guides. They're working close to the creator. So I thought it was really special that they wanted to speak to you. What came out was explore compassion, believe in yourself, share your wisdom and trust. You're not alone is at the bottom of the deck. It's time to claim freedom. Right now is a time of exploring compassion within you. You may have an opportunity to receive compassion and give compassion to others, but it's something that they want you to explore. I found that interesting. Explore compassion. Sagittarians love to wander and explore. So wander around and explore the spiritual space of compassion at this time. Spirit wants you to open your heart, allow love, give and receive compassion. Have compassion at this time. Also, believe in yourself about share your wisdom and trust. Some of you have something that you want to share with someone. Share your wisdom. This might be advice. Wisdom is what? It's knowledge that we now use to fortify our decisions moving forward. It's like the things we know because of our life experiences. So believe in yourself and share your wisdom and share your experience with someone else. Trust that it will be received. Trust that you're not alone. There may be something that you want to share or that you want to say right now, but you're afraid to. Spirit's saying believe in yourself and trust your own wisdom. Okay, you're not alone. I'm also hearing that this is something you may need to say to someone. Share what you know with others. And I love the messages that came out of my next oracle deck. Dark thoughts are in reverse. So if your consciousness has just been filled with doom and gloom, a little bit of like an overactivation of maybe like Aries or Scorpio, where it's just like dark thoughts and imagining worst case scenarios, anger, bitterness, going into the maze. God, that looks like the maze from Hellraiser. Ooh, that's rough. You're pulling out of dark thoughts. I think you're starting to recognize, hey, I might not be able to control every thought that pops into my head, but I can control how much attention I give to those thoughts. That's all we can do, right? So dark thoughts dissipating, you're now experiencing peace. Your intention is to experience peace. That made me feel good. Sages are interesting when you have dark thoughts and you're struggling to feel peace. I noticed that Sag doesn't quite know what to do when they have dark thoughts. You're not really built for them. Fire signs are built for passion. Dark thoughts can be difficult for you guys. So I notice you guys struggle when you have them. I really like seeing peace for you. I was like, oh, they were having a hard time. Peace is coming in now for you, Sag. This makes me feel good. Present and power. You're very aware of yourself and your power. It's like you're returning to your braver self. You were worried about something, and moving into September, you're like, no, it's okay. I have peace in my heart now. I'm feeling peace in my body. My power is returning to me. I'm feeling stronger. And then I have the loving woman and new beginnings, the honoring path, great gratitude. Some of you have a person that may be coming towards you and turning over a new leaf of some kind. And saying, I'm really sorry that I've been so dark and doom and gloom. I want to feel more confident, more powerful in myself, more trusting and believing in myself. You may be very kind to that person. This person may struggle to feel and receive compassion from others. Maybe you're the one saying to them, believe in yourself. But based on what I see here, I think that you might be letting a person kind of go, or maybe radically accepting a person or a situation for what it is. And as a result of that, you're returning to confidence and power. I'm getting a hold of myself now. And some of you are about to meet a new person. It's a woman. It may be a very loving woman, or you're feeling loving now. If you're the woman, you're feeling loving and you want a new beginning. But I heard that a new person would come into your life. It could be a friend or a romantic partner. It could be any kind of relationship. I was like, oh, they may meet a new person. It's a loving person. I have woman here, but it could be a man. And this is about, the intention is to take the honoring path. Some of you are giving up like fucked up crazy town kind of relationships, and you're like, these just rob me of my peace, drain me of my power, fill me with dark thoughts. And when you make that shift, Spirit may send you a person to have a relationship of some kind with that will keep you on an honoring path as opposed to a dishonoring path. Be proud of yourself right now. Look at her receiving her applause. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Someone's intention is to now take an honoring path. And there could be this person coming in on planet Earth that's kind of a guide. I'm hearing that this person, they maybe have water in their chart. They'll be very kind, very loving. Maybe you're embodying that for someone. I really love that. With temperance and death here, that's the angel that walks among us. There may have been an ending. There may have been a death. Whenever I get death and temperance together, someone may have passed away at some point. Spirit wants you to know the angel of the divine has taken that person and is taking care of them. And it's okay. And now it's time to open your heart to new love. I'm also just hearing that you're letting something die and transform with the death, the Scorpio energy. And you do look like you're at peace. There's memories here. No bridges burned. But you don't seem to want to react. And there's something new coming in, a new open heart chakra. Again, could be any kind of relationship, anything that makes you feel connected to the heart chakra. Overall energy of the person coming towards you is the Knight of Cups. You could be dealing with a young Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or a very idealistic romantic person. The way they're feeling is the Nine of Pentacles. That's very me focused. They're seeing you as the hanging man. They're letting something go with you. You're letting something go with them. Maybe there's a bit of a pause. There needs to be a radical acceptance, a surrender, seeing things for what they really are. What you need to know, or your advice, is the Two of Wands. This person has a direction. You have to choose a direction, or they have to choose a direction. Somebody needs to get in touch with their goals. And the final outcome is the Hierophant. Taurus energy, higher learning, higher knowledge. But here's the oracle messages about this situation or this relationship from the Untold Truth of the Heart oracle deck. Lots of cards came out. There's been a rejection. Someone needs clarity. There's drifting and distance. There's been tension and it's frozen. You're purifying now. Someone's purifying a spiritual connection, but there's been pretending. And they're an emotional whirlwind. Okay. And you got a card of spiritual bypass, but the card says, like, I thought this was special, but it's just not as special as I was. I think you thought you and another person, either you thought this or they thought this, that like there could have been something really special between the two of you. There could have been a spiritual connection, but somebody was kind of pretending they were just an emotional whirlwind. Okay. So someone may want clarity with you, or you may want clarity with them. Like the rejection card says irrational fear, saying no, and dismissal. So some kind of a rejection happening. Somebody just was, they quickly said no and dismissed something, and they were afraid. So there's a need to clarify, because there's been drifting and distance between the two of you. So someone may say, hey, what's going on between us? You may be wondering that yourself. I think there's been distance and barriers in space because there's just too much tension. There's been too much tension or just stress, arguments, and now someone's silent. Someone's being silent. This person may have been approaching you, but now they're kind of pulling away from you. They weren't that serious to begin with, I don't think, Sag, to be honest. I also think that you're dealing with a person who is somewhat immature or has some unrealistic expectations, because with this Knight of Cups, we've got this very youthful, romantic, creative energy. Clarifying this is the Page of Cups, the Magician, and the Ace of Cups. This person may be artistic or creative. They're very good with words. This person, you may have wanted to have a relationship with this person, or they may have wanted to manifest a relationship with you. This could also have been a creative opportunity or an endeavor. It's also possible that someone wanted to manifest an apology of some kind. I'm hearing that someone was interested in a Pisces, but that didn't really go anywhere, and then they maybe thought that they were interested in you too. There could have been a little bit of a love triangle. I'm hearing this person didn't really know what they wanted. But the way they're feeling is the Nine of Pentacles. Well, they want to look good. They want to do well in life. They want to impress people. They want to have quite a bit. Usually the Nine of Pentacles is related to self-sufficiency, but not always. So this person wants this kind of life. They want people to see them this way. It's not really an emotion towards you. And clarifying this is the Six of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Wands. I heard something right away. Did this person used to be a model? I heard something about someone doing beauty pageants when they were little, or they were a model. They made quite a bit of money at one point in their life. They're drawn to their past. They're nostalgic. They're drawn to the past. I notice that, the Knight of Wands is going towards you, but the High Priestess is going back towards the childhood, children, past memories. I'm hearing this person remembers a time in their life when they were doing better. I'm also hearing that someone places a lot of importance on like finances and money in a relationship. So do I. It's okay. That's not bad or wrong. So it's all sort of about, this person also likes to really carefully construct and create exactly what they want in a relationship. They may be an line 4 opportunist. That might be one of their archetypes in the I Ching, where they like to orchestrate everything. But it's like, okay, is this towards Sag, or is this about loving the self? I kind of get the sense that this person sort of lives, they spend a lot of time thinking about life like 20 years ago or something like that. When I was young, when I was free, when I wanted to have it all. Now, when it comes to you, they're the Hanging Man. So this relationship might be on pause. There might be Pisces energy coming in. And you do have a card of disillusionment. So it's like Pisces comes in to lead you into a dream, and then it shatters the illusion of the dream. Pisces has an interesting way of teaching us spiritual lessons. So there's this seeing something for what it really is, seeing something from a different point of view. Maybe this person's seeing you from a different point of view now. They may have thought they could have had it all with you, or that they could have impressed you or something. And clarifying this is the Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and Temperance. I think that's you. I think they're thinking back to a time when they thought you'd be giving and generous, but you weren't. You just sort of said, nope. You maybe live different lifestyles. You don't want quite the same things. They think about the past. They think about what they no longer have. They don't know what to think about that with you. I'm hearing a bunch of weird stuff, which usually happens for a general reading. I feel like you have put all this on pause. Like, I'm also hearing that some of you are putting some of your immature idealism on pause. Yeah, Sagg does have a silly, less mature side, but you also have this very philosophical, mature side. And you're all about expansion and moving forward. You're not as interested in the past. So letting the past go, maybe. I think you waited for something to be different with this person. Your spiritual piggy bank isn't quite where theirs is because you don't use the same kind of fuel to fuel your manifestations. I think you're just like really letting something go. You're not investing in something. I also think this person maybe gave you a bit of a false impression about themselves or a situation. Here's what you need to know, or your advice, the Two of Wands. I clarified this with 4 cards. Someone has a choice. You have a choice and they have a choice. And it's about getting into alignment with the personal goals. Clarifying this is the Three of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Emperor. I wanted one more. And the Moon. Aries here, Pisces here again. This is weird. I don't really know what's going on. This isn't really resonating. I'm hearing they'll get it. You don't, my guides are telling me you don't have to completely get it. They will get it. Okay. You're right. That's true. The message isn't for me. There was something heartbreaking. They want to rush towards something, rushing away from an emperor, which is an older masculine figure, a father figure, husband-like figure, the Moon. Someone isn't really sure, like, what they place value on in regards to emotion and why. They don't know what to feel. They may be trying to rush towards something for a masculine or away from a masculine. Like, the masculine could be either providing stability or they want to get away because there wasn't stability. They have a lot of pessimism. They sort of rush into things and want it the way they want it, but they lack in clarity. I think this person's almost in survival mode in some way. I'm hearing that some of you need to hear, calm down. You don't have to control everything. You don't have to be so worried about other people. I think this person's just going to go their own way, Sagg. I'm also hearing this person is brokenhearted by a father or a father figure. Okay. But Taurus showing up, the Hierophant, and clarifying this is the Eight of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. I think this is you because you look very happy over here. I think you're walking away from something and leaving it behind, as some of you are about to learn something new. You may learn something new, the Hierophant. I'm hearing that some of you may have a new spiritual mentor, or you might be learning something, going to a school, going to a class. I'm also hearing a weird little bit about somebody like maybe checking into rehab or a place to stay to help them learn some new skills. But I'm hearing it's for like mental health as well. Maybe they're going to an ashram or something like that. Okay, I don't have world travel here. I'm hearing someone's very outdoorsy, but I'm hearing that you guys will leave something behind. I'm also hearing something about marriage counseling, but this looks like you may be learning something. The Hierophant for me is a system of some kind, and a big system. It could be a country, a government. It can be college. It can be a hospital. It can be a family as well. Like the system, the rules we live by, what we're committed to on a deeper level and in the 3D plane. So maybe committing to something, committing to a new learning path. You may be exploring relationship dynamics. Somebody might be receiving messages or talking to a Taurus. I definitely associate Taurus with like grounded reality, higher learning and knowledge that is very applicable in life. So there's going to be a walking away from someone. And this person is trying to pick a path, but to move forward. But what motivates them is different things. Pessimism, illusion. They feel like they have something to prove. They want control, but they don't know what to do with it when they have it. I think that you are letting go of this and letting all this die. You're like, well, I was drawn into this situation, but I don't really think that you know what you want. You also don't look like you know what age you are, because I've got an emperor, but then I've got the Knight of Swords and the High Priestess and the Magicians and the Knight of Wands. Like, some of these characters are younger. Some of them are a little older. This person's got a lot of archetypes flowing through them. They're putting the pieces of their past together. And I think that you're just like, okay, well, I really want to open up to something new. So I pulled out my Oracle deck and said, Spirit, can you please tell me how this person, feels about Sagittarius? Karma is a bitch. Disillusionment. Oh, they got the disillusionment card. Disappointing clarity. They're arrogant and they're letting you go. Okay. Well, they've had some karma and it's now biting them in the ass. They've been sort of smacked into reality. Something is disappointing them. They had a bit of an illusion about something. They still do, by the way, with the Moon and the Three of Swords. They have a disillusion, but they're being disillusioned. They're also arrogant to a degree and entitled, but now they're letting you go. They're letting you go. They're no, that's like, I'm like, what does this person want? What do they want you to do? What do they want to do? Do they even know what they want? This person may be trying to like go back in time and make up for lost time, I'm hearing, but something didn't work out with you. Maybe you were supposed to make them feel like a little kid again and that didn't work. You were too much of a grown-up here, or you pulled out the grown-up in them. They didn't like it. I don't know. I'm hearing one of you go, dude, I didn't know. I don't know. Somebody might have tried to woo you to do something and they couldn't get much out of you. So they're like, well, fine, fuck you then. And they're just kind of letting you go. It's interesting. This person sees themselves as death. So they could be a Scorpio or Pisces here. This looks like disillusionment to me. They see themselves as death. Maybe they are sick. Maybe they're unwell. I'm hoping they're not terminally ill. I never want to talk about that in a general reading. But they see themselves undergoing a transformation. Maybe they're ending something. They could be very intense and dramatic. I have some Scorpio in my chart. When you see yourself as death itself, it's like, that's pretty intense. But the way they feel is the Seven of Swords. This person never really feels supported. And struggles to be honest with their feelings. They feel insecure, and their action is the Moon. They might not want to tell you about how difficult something is for them. This person may have a health issue that they don't tell you about either, Sagittarius. Because for health, this is, I'm hiding a diagnosis, or I think something's wrong, but I need to go get blood work. I don't really know what's wrong. They could just be going through some kind of transformation and just slipping away, though. Their action towards you is the Moon. Well, they're working on disillusionment, but they have not had it yet. I'm also hearing this person struggles to like let go of grooming narratives, their own little fantasy palace, their fantasy matrix. They struggle with all that. They're working through stuff. They're changing. They're transforming. But we do weird stuff when we're going through some kind of a transformation. A personal transformation. And I was like, what is the Moon? Why is their action the Moon? They might be trying to give you a false impression of some kind. I'm hearing it. They want me to say it one more time. This person really needs to grow up. Also, they need to stop dating little children. Like, they need to stop trying to be somebody's mommy or daddy or asking for that. Or I don't know why. I'm just hearing that. Something about that. I was like, okay, what's with the Moon and the Ten of Wands, the Hanging Man, and the Wheel of Fortune? Okay. This person has got to work through some stuff, really work on radical acceptance and surrender, really let go of illusion and allow for, because the Moon is, I'm not really sure what I feel or what's going on. And Spirit says, well, why don't you look at this from a different point of view? The truth is, like, you're really keeping yourself hung up and stuck. And we're just going to leave you there since that's where you want to be. And the minute you have clarity about all of this and you just radically accept something for what it is, you're going to feel a whole lot better. But we're not really sure when that's going to happen. It's just about karma and cycles. This person's been resistant to learning. Well, they're a human. We all are. Humans are redundant. We'll take the same class 50 times. They're just overwhelmed. They don't know what to do here, and they don't know how long this is going to go on. I also think that they're unaware of their own cycles. Because of that, I pulled out my shadow side oracle deck. This is called the Black Mirror. It's a pretty good shadow deck, shadow archetype deck. It's okay. The Black Flower Fragrance and Downcast Pride. I don't get this card very often. I actually had to look up the meaning. The Black Flower Fragrance, they're telling me for this person is... It's hard to put into words. Well, first of all, Downcast Pride, their ego gets the better of them at times, and they allow embitterment to and feeling like a bruised ego to influence them. That takes over for them. I'm hearing this person struggles with rejection. I'm also hearing that they struggle to understand what they're attracted to and why. I don't think they could ever really figure out what they wanted with you or from you. I feel like whatever you're doing is causing them to kind of rethink things. It's like there was something coming towards you, but then they sort of went back in time. I don't know where they went or what they did. But you're like, okay, whatever. This is your energy. I think you're doing something else. I think you'll find something over the weekend that you want to participate in, that you want to learn about, that you want to commit yourself to. You're going to walk away from this and all this. And your shadow traits that you're working through right now, or what wants to be healed, that's what the shadow really is. Your shadow side can wreak havoc in your life. You don't ever want it navigating your life because it doesn't make good choices for healthy reasons. But it's all the shadow side is just parts of you that want to be healed and want to be freed. The child I was meant to be and hiding your true self is coming out. There's been a fragmentation. You need to heal your inner child. Some of you have felt as though you can't ever really be the real you. Yeah. This can be healed for you at this time, Sagittarius. It's time to be the real you. And I don't know what this has to do with all this. This is, I lost a part of my identity, or I had to put a part of myself, my core true self, in the closet somewhere in order to survive my life. That speaks to some really complex kinds of trauma. Like, why do we hide our true selves from a very early age? You might be thinking a lot about right now, like, I never really got to be who I wanted to be. Maybe this is you thinking about your past self. There might have been a Pisces involved, an air sign involved. I'm hearing somebody's dad ran you off or something like that a long time ago. It's time to reconnect to the person you were never allowed to be. Whatever displaced parts of you have been activated, talk to those parts. I can help you. I love doing shadow integration. It's part of what I do in my coaching practice. So if you feel like you need to do that at this time. You're putting the pieces of something together. Here's what you have to say about all this. I have to make a choice. Spiritual bypass. Yeah, that's your card. It's not as special as you make it out to be. So it's interesting. I think the both of you are realizing something. You're both, like, they're going through disillusionment. You kind of are as well. You have to make a choice. Something wasn't as special as you thought it was going to be. You are willing to put the past in the past. Thank God. You always are. Sagittarius is always known for one thing. Y'all are like, look, let's not hold a grudge. That's against my programming. Like, if a Sagittarius is holding a grudge, you did them real dirty. Y'all just don't have time to hold grudges. It's a waste of your time. You don't like that feeling in your heart. So you're willing to put the past in the past and then spiritual awakening, but you're worried I don't make the best choices. Okay. Well, you may be realizing something. You're like, I have to make a choice about something right now. I'm having an awakening to my own past and how I didn't make very good choices in the past. That's what youth is about, doing stupid shit until you have wisdom and you grow up. Don't beat yourself up, Sagittarius. I've done some stupid shit in my life too. I'm still here. You're still here, right? Like, it's okay. Like, forgive yourself for not making the best choices. Now you're having a spiritual awakening and you know that you need to put the past in the past. I've been spiritually bypassing, but it wasn't what I thought it was. I was avoiding reality. I need to put that in the past so I can make better choices now. I'm having an awakening. And as you do that, this transformation is happening for you and new love is coming in. Or there's this new opening. And the Hierophant came out over here. I'm like, who the hell is the Hierophant? Who is this? Is this you? Are you the upgraded spiritual teacher now? Are you the wise one? Or are you connecting to someone that is? The reason I say that is because, like, here's the sorcerer. Here's the sorcerer's apprentice. So this is about when I was a child. I talk like a child. I act like a child. I wanted childlike things. But as an adult, I want to be mature. I want to commit. I'm hearing that some of you really want to commit to like a path of structured wisdom and maybe spiritual discipline, or you want to learn that. I'm seeing a lot of Hindu all of a sudden and Chinese symbols. Some of you are exploring old, ancient, traditional wisdom of some kind. Either that or you're on this fantastic dating app for adults. You say tomato, I say tomato. Same thing, maybe? Not really. You're the sun. Okay, they're the moon. You're the sun. Of course you are. You see yourself as the sun. I am healing my inner child. Good. This is what you need. Connecting to the inner child to find the wisdom so that you can remember who you really are. Remember who you are, Simba. You're seeing yourself as happy and optimistic. The way you're feeling is the Four of Swords and your action is the Three of Cups. Y'all are going to have a good weekend. You're going to move into September. This is like hanging out with friends, maybe going on a retreat. The kids are playing in the backyard, but you're listening, like you're I'm seeing someone like sleep on a porch swing or in the living room, and like people are outside and you're smiling and you're like, I'm just going to take a little nap and doze off listening to kids outside play, or I'm just relaxed. I'm just healing, relaxing, having a good time, not really stressed about this at all. I mean, they're the Seven of Swords and you're like, there's no need to run from me and be weird with me. I'm not worried about it. I don't know that your action of the Three of Cups is towards them. This looks like you're going to have a great weekend and you're moving into September, doing creative collaborations, happiness, calm. Some of you may go on a retreat. And then I clarified that and I was like, here's the Hierophant and the Star and the High Priestess, Ace of Cups. You may be the new loving woman in someone else's life. This could be a loving woman coming in towards you or person. You want healing. You're committed to healing. You're committing to opening up your heart chakra. Some of you are feeling very pious and very spiritual right now. You may, this looks like maybe a men's group, a women's group, a church, a circle, meditation in the park somewhere over the weekend. Some of you may visit a psychic. You may explore philosophy, religion, healing, all of that in a group dynamic. You may feel very quiet, tapped in. This may be a person you meet. I think that you guys are going to surround yourself with some good people. I'm also hearing somewhat conservative. You're taking this looks like an honoring path. And you have support. I'm also hearing something about like a book club or something. It's like all good. And you're opening up to new love. This may be exploring compassion. You may take a class about that. And letting go of past stuff. So, yeah, that's what's going on with this person. There's just like this freeze between the two of you. They've been arrogant. They're just not getting what they want. And I don't know what they're looking for. But you seem like you're letting so much go, and you know what you're looking for. You're looking for collaboration and creativity and support with friends, higher learning and knowledge, healing, freedom, being tapped into the intuition, learning. You're letting all this go. I think you're kind of watching this person, and it's like, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and we can let this go. So there isn't gonna be a lot of movement between yourself and this person, Sag, but there's a lot of about distance and space and stillness and silence and no words. I think Spirit thinks that's a good idea because it's helping the dark thoughts dissipate and the peace happen. So stay there. You do have to make some kind of a choice though, Sag. You can either choose a scenario where it might be like get rich quick and kind of glamorous, or you can take a more modest, pious route. Let this person make their choice and you make your choice, okay? They're pulling back and they're telling me to stop. That was a weird reading, but I love the oracle messages. It was so fun to read for you this morning, Sag. All right. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Link to my stuff is down below. I love you, Sag. I'll see you next time.